is about posture. Some say it is about energy. Some say it is about the wearing of satin suits and DVDs, or claiming lineage back to David Carradine. I want to argue that it's about something else. It's about less. Less than what, I hear you ask? Well, that's what we're going to look at today. Less is more on this week's episode of Talking Tai Chi with the Teapot Monk. Many people stop me in the laundrette and say, "Hey Teapot Monk, why would you want to do with less? We live in a consumerist society after all. Give me more." Not just more, but a regular fix. Preferably something that needs upgrading every 6 months. Something that reliably breaks down 2 days after the guarantee expires. Something that promises long-term satisfaction but only ever delivers a momentary high. In this way, I can repeat the process to my consumerist heart's content. Less? No way, Jose. I need more. For the last 2 weeks, we have been looking at applied philosophy in Tai Chi. Something that I believe turns these gentle movements into a force capable of uprooting even those most resistant to change. And this power, this approach, this mindset, this destabilizing stance is not only found in the angle of your knees, the weight distribution between both feet, or the level of chi circulating in your meridians. No, it is ever increasingly tracked down. It is ever more increasingly found, deeply rooted in our capacity to do more with less. Doing more with less is a strategy that we're all going to have to learn sooner or later, preferably sooner. Not just regarding the demise of fossil fuels, the limits on pension funds, the eroding of medical care, or traditional employment paths. No, that's all just an introduction to this global shift. As our lives digitalise, we're going to have to learn some other strategies for downsizing voluntarily.
Sir, yes, sir!
And if you have ever felt that the information age was just a tad overloaded, then buckle up for the ride of your life. The exponential changes that accompany the advances in technology will mean that we will witness the equivalent of 20,000 years of progress over the next 100. If you haven't got the means or techniques to cope with such a pace now, then start learning today about the benefits of cutting back and slowing down. This age of unlimited information is turning us into digital junkies, addicted to the zeros and ones that keep us updated, notified and connected, as if this digital fix will answer our most profound questions. Restlessness is the new illness of the 21st century. Try Googling, "Why I cannot just be still," and you'll discover the bankruptcy of our answers. Meanwhile, the symptoms of both body and mind increase proportionately to our dependence on such digital nonsense. And as we scramble for more information, more data, in the hope that somehow quantity will translate one day into quality, we split our attention into ever smaller pieces, so that we're in a state of perpetual distraction. Smaller and smaller items of distraction enable us to maintain 100 conversations at the same time. But they're all limited in their replies, limited to 140 characters, for beyond that figure, our restlessness resurges, and we scan another source for an easier answer.
Oh, really?
So what is the answer? Well, we have to learn to slow down, or at least reduce our levels of consumption and trivial distraction. We must learn to give ourselves space to see not just where we are, where we're going, and who knows, maybe we'll even see something of the benefits of being still. So, how can we learn these things? Well, first, turn off your brain and turn on your breath. Connect it to your body and begin to set up daily habits. Simple ones, like take 5 minutes out and do nothing but sip a glass of water and stare at your dog's whiskers. Set up a daily reminder on your phone to drop everything, get up, walk out, and go bump into someone somewhere, just to say hi and to talk about the colour of your socks.
Excuse me.
Try shopping locally rather than in the supermarket. This will not only help your local barrio to survive, but for you it will mean engagement rather than autopilot living. And finally, we get to the Tai Chi element. Go learn Tai Chi. Better still, go study bean curd boxing, or an activity that actively promotes a reconnection between body and mind and teaches without teaching to slow down and see the detail rather than the blur of constant movement. Finally, one last trick. Wash the dishes before bed. Don't stick them in the machine. Do it physically. Get to know your cutlery. Do something tactile. Do something that takes time rather than promises to save it. Whatever you choose, start learning techniques that work for you, because otherwise, before you realise it, life will have shifted from a conscious stream of movement and breath to a semi-conscious dream state, lived on autopilot, one-click purchases, and one-line summaries of the state of the world and the status of our most cherished friends. Yes, occupy Wall Street. Yes, occupy Madrid, Cairo, London, Athens and Paris, but start by occupying your own being. Connect the threads, then go make a revolution.
Sir, yes, sir!
Well, thanks for listening this week. That was the third and final episode in the Applied Tai Chi series, seen through the eyes of a bean curd boxer. Next week we shift ground just a little by looking at yin-yang. What does this symbol mean? Why does your grandfather have it tattooed on his right buttock? And what relevance has the twirling movements of two fish for the 21st century warrior? Join me next week on Talking Tai Chi with the Teapot Monk. Looking to discover what Tai Chi can do for you, or curious and would like to know a little more? Well, just come over to 21stcenturytaichi.com. Look for the link in the show notes. There's short introductory courses, breathing, health, Tai Chi form, sword, philosophy applications and more, plus books, PDFs and great videos and even music. Got a question? Track me down on social media as the Teapot Monk. Thanks for listening.